Hey everyone, I'm Billie, and welcome to She Speaks Sports, the podcast where we help English learners practice conversational skills through fun sports discussions.
And I'm Jetta, and yes, Billy gets very passionate about this tournament. But honestly, the World Baseball Classic is fascinating from a statistical perspective, too.
Oh, absolutely. So, for our listeners who might not know, the World Baseball Classic is this amazing international baseball tournament. It's like the World Cup, but for baseball.
Right, a tournament is a competition where teams play against each other to find the best team or the world champion.
Exactly. And what makes this so special is that each country has a national team. That means the best players from each country come together to represent their homeland. Now, the tournament doesn't happen every year. It takes place every few years, which makes it even more exciting when it happens. The waiting makes baseball fans around the world go crazy with anticipation.
That's true. Now, let's talk about which countries participate. We usually see around 16 to 20 countries in the tournament.
Yeah, countries like the United States, Japan, South Korea, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, Mexico, and many others.
Right. And it's interesting how players join their national teams. They don't just pick any player, there are specific rules.
Oh, yeah, tell them about that, Jetta. This is really cool.
Though a player can represent a country if they were born there, if their parents were born there, or if they have citizenship in that country. The roster, that's the list of players on each team, includes professional players from Major League Baseball and other leagues around the world.
Professional players are the best players who play baseball as their job and get paid to play.
Exactly. Now, let me explain how the tournament works.
It starts with something called pool play. Pool play is like the first round. Countries are put into groups, and each team plays against the other teams in their group.
Right. After pool play, the best teams move forward to the elimination round. In the elimination round, if you lose, you're out of the tournament.
It gets so intense, no second chances. And then finally, the two best teams play in the championship game to decide who becomes the world champion.
The tournament is usually held in different countries. The host country is the place where the games are played.
And oh my gosh, the atmosphere when your country hosts. I remember back in 2006, the games in the United States. I was at the USA versus Mexico game. The energy was incredible.
That brings up a great point. Why do baseball fans get so excited about this tournament, Billy?
Oh, wow, where do I start? First, it's about national pride. When you see your country's flag and hear your national anthem before the game, I get goosebumps every time. Plus, you get to see players who normally play against each other in professional leagues suddenly playing together as teammates. It's like seeing rivals become friends for their country.
That's a really good point. From my perspective, I love seeing how different countries have different playing styles. Japanese teams are often very disciplined and strategic.
Yes, and Caribbean teams like the Dominican Republic bring such joy and energy to the game.
Exactly. And this is why the World Baseball Classic is so important internationally. It shows that baseball isn't just an American sport. Right. Countries all over the world love baseball. It brings different cultures together through one game that everyone can understand and enjoy.
And it gives countries that maybe aren't as well known for baseball a chance to show the world what they can do. Some of the biggest surprises and most exciting moments come from teams people don't expect to do well.
Absolutely. It also helps grow the sport globally. Young players in different countries see their heroes representing their nation, and it inspires them to play baseball too.
Oh, and could we talk about how amazing the fans are? I've seen Japanese fans with their organized cheers, Dominican fans dancing in the stands, American fans with their loud chants.
The fan culture is definitely unique for each country. It adds so much color and excitement to the tournament.
And the best part, every country really believes they can win it all. That hope, that dream of becoming world champion, that's what makes sports beautiful.
Well said, Billy. The World Baseball Classic really shows how one sport can unite the world while celebrating our differences.
Speaking of celebrating differences, Jetta, we absolutely have to talk about some of the most incredible moments in World Baseball Classic history. There have been games that literally made people cry with joy.
Oh, yes. Let me share one example. In the 2017 tournament, there was a game between the United States and the Dominican Republic. The Dominican Republic scored in the ninth inning, that's the final inning, to win the game.
Oh my goodness, yes. And the celebration. Dominican players jumping around, fans going absolutely crazy. That's the beauty of this tournament. These moments become part of baseball history forever.
Another unforgettable moment was in 2006 when Japan won their first World Baseball Classic championship. They defeated Cuba in the final game, and it was such a significant moment for Japanese baseball.
Yes, and what made it even more special was that Japan proved they could compete with traditional baseball powerhouses like the United States and Cuba. It showed the world that Japanese baseball was world class.
Now let's talk about the star players who have made the World Baseball Classic so exciting. We've seen some of the greatest baseball players in history participate in this tournament.
Absolutely. We've seen players like Ichiro Suzuki from Japan, who was already a superstar playing alongside younger Japanese players. And from the Dominican Republic, we've had Robinson Cano and Nelson Cruz representing their country with such pride.
What's fascinating is seeing how these professional players react differently when they're playing for their country versus their regular team. They often play with more emotion and intensity because they're representing something bigger than themselves.
Exactly. And you can see it in their faces. These millionaire athletes playing like little kids again because they get to wear their country's uniform. It reminds them why they fell in love with baseball in the first place.
Speaking of growth, it's interesting to look at how the World Baseball Classic has developed since it started in 2006. The first tournament had 16 teams, and now we often see 20 or more countries participating.
Yes, and it's not just the number of countries, it's the quality of competition too. Countries that were once considered underdogs are now serious contenders. It shows how baseball is truly becoming a global sport.
The tournament also has significant economic and social impacts. When a country hosts World Baseball Classic games, it brings thousands of international visitors who spend money on hotels, restaurants, and local businesses. And socially,
Oh my gosh, the tournament brings communities together. I've seen families from different countries sitting together in the stands, sharing food, teaching each other cheers, making friendships that last beyond the tournament.
that's a great point. The World Baseball Classic also has a huge impact on youth development. When young people see their heroes playing for their country, it motivates them to start playing baseball or work harder at improving their skills.
Exactly. And baseball organizations in different countries use the World Baseball Classic as inspiration for their development programs. They create youth leagues and training facilities because they want to compete at this international level.
The media coverage of the World Baseball Classic is also incredibly important. Television and internet broadcasts bring the games to millions of people who might never have watched baseball before.
Yes, and the commentators during these broadcasts often explain the rules and strategies for new viewers. So the World Baseball Classic becomes like a giant classroom, teaching people around the world.
About baseball. Looking toward the future, we can expect the World Baseball Classic to continue growing. There's been discussion about including even more countries and possibly changing the format to make it even more exciting.
Oh, I get so excited thinking about that. Imagine if we had countries like Australia, Brazil, or even some European countries developing strong enough programs to compete regularly. The tournament could become even more global.
Technology is also making the tournament more accessible. With streaming services and social media, fans can follow their national teams and learn about other countries' teams in ways that weren't possible before.
Exactly. I love seeing fans from Japan cheering for Dominican players online or American fans learning about Korean baseball culture through social media. The World Baseball Classic creates this global baseball family.
You know, what really sets the World Baseball Classic apart from regular professional baseball is the pure emotion. Players aren't playing for money or personal statistics, they're playing for national honor and the pride of representing their homeland.
And that's why when I watch the World Baseball Classic, I don't just see a baseball game. I see countries sharing their cultures, athletes living their dreams, and fans from around the world celebrating together. It's sports at its absolute best.
Well said, Billy. I think we've covered everything our listeners need to know about the World Baseball Classic, from how it works to why it matters so much to fans around the world. This tournament truly shows how sports can bring people together across cultures and borders.
Exactly. And I hope our listeners are as excited about the World Baseball Classic as I am. Whether you're a longtime baseball fan or someone just discovering the sport, this tournament has something amazing to offer everyone. The passion, the pride, the pure joy of the game, it's all there.
Thank you so much for joining us on She Speaks Sports today. We hope this deep dive into the World Baseball Classic helped you learn about international baseball while improving your English at the same time. Remember, understanding sports is a great way to connect with people from all over the world.
We'll see you next time on She Speaks Sports. Until then, keep practicing your English and maybe catch a baseball game if you can. Bye.